Welcome to Board Game Empire. We're going to be showing you how to play in a full playthrough of Dreams and Shadows Act 1 and Act 2. So we're going to start off by explaining basic setup and which villain we're using, the characters, and kind of what all these cards and things are. This is only a 2.7?
I think it's like a 2.7, 2.8.
Yeah, it's not a high complexity, so although it looks like a lot, once you learn the logic of the rule book, it's kind of easy to pick up. You do need to play through it once, of course, to fully understand it. But it's a fairly easy one to pick up. So I'm going to show you the rule book as I go through, because it's a lot of terminology and a lot of cards, so I don't want to mess that up. So basically, you start out with your characters. We'll start out with that. I'm Nora.
And I'm Braun.
So then you'll find your corresponding, I've grabbed yours, sorry, tokens that have their picture on it, and your standee. And I'll put these on here in a minute, but I don't want to knock them off when I'm showing the rulebook part. But you'll see their starting health, -6, it's got a heart. So you would put your token on the 6. And then your willpower is the second one down, which is the bottom row. And there's the corresponding symbol that matches the symbol on the board. And each of us have a 7 willpower. Health is obviously used for your life, and willpower is used, you can use that for to add to your die roll up to 6 additional points on your die roll, because basically this game is you're rolling a dice to test. My character allows me to roll 2 dice. And I don't think I was doing that, was I?
No.
It's the first game when you're learning, it's kind of easy to forget your abilities and things. I actually never rolled 2 dice, but I have my special ability, or not special action, my, it's called Survivor action on mine. And his is Archmagi. So that's a passive ability that you can do. So when I'm doing on my tests, I can roll an extra die and choose the highest result. I can't add them together, but I can choose the highest one. So that's an advantage. But if your die roll is not enough, then you can use willpower. There's also boon tokens.
They're the purple.
It's these purple ones. There's 1s and 2s. I only grabbed the 1s, but they're these purple ones. You can use those as well. You can use them, the boon tokens. I'm going to move these off for a minute just so I won't knock them over. And then I'll show you where you put your character in a moment. So you start out grabbing your standees. You pick your villain. We picked Aran, I guess is how you pronounce that. And there's 2 sides to the card. There's Act 1 and Act 2. And I think there's 3 villains you can choose from.
Yeah.
So on Act 1, they tell you how to do their setup. You place a quest. That's the quest token. It's got a little white stag on it. You look on the back, you pick it randomly, and it tells you where to place it on the board. That was a 4 wilds. So you can see the symbol, the green tree, and a 4. And a shadow token. Same thing, pick it randomly, place it on the shadow, and he says to place a quest and shadow token equal to half the number of champions. There's 2 of us, so we would place 1 of each. Then place an undead corpse on the shadow token. So the way we know this is the undead corpse, is that the undead corpse?
That's undead corpse.
Oh no, this is wrong. The undead corpse is his foes. He comes with a set of foes, and that's another thing in this book here. They're all coordinated with a number. So your foes for, you can see this is the number 6 is the Iran foes, 7 is the dragon foes, and 9 is the Morrigan foes. That's the 3 villains. So they each have a different back. For Iran, it's this back with the skulls. And it's kind of hard to see, but each foe has a certain amount of foe cards. I think the dragon has 1 less or 1 more. I think he has 1 less. It tells you in the book. The dragon has 6, whereas these 2 villains have 7. So they have a specific kind of foes with a particular back. Same with the, where did they go? Oh, the event cards, which is, you could see right here. So for the quest cards, quest scenarios for Iran, there's 12 of them. And you could see they all look the same, very similar. If you don't know what you're looking for, you think they're all the same. But what's different is the little design. You could see he has a skull in it, whereas the dragon has a dragon head, and Morrigan, I don't know what that is. It kind of looks like a bird. They each have different heads on that gray design. But these are your quest scenarios that you will be drawing when you... It'll tell you when to draw that. So then you have... That's the only specific cards. Oh, and the epic foes. Sorry, there's also epic foes. They get 3 of those. So you're going to pick your 7 villain-specific foes, and you choose 3 of the epic foes randomly as well. So these are foes that are going to be going on the board as you play. And then you could see this. It told us to put an undead corpse. So that's how we knew what the undead corpse looked like. You find the standee to match that card. And when you battle the corpse, you would pull this card out so you know its stats. It has 5 defense, 7 attack, and 3 health. So when you're attacking, that's the stats you go by. You don't attack Iran until Act 2. He doesn't come out to Act 2, but you will be possibly battling some of these foes during Act 1. And that is how you get gold. It's good to battle them if you can, because if you don't have gold, it's hard to buy some of the armor and things. You can, and I'll go over this deck in a minute. So we're going to put, sorry, we can't show everything. It's too much stuff, so that's why I'm putting the book here to hopefully help. So then we're going to, like I said, we'll be putting our health and willpower out. We'll put our standee. She tells me the starting location is Wilds 5, so I start here. And Anthony's starting location, it's on this card, is Wilds 6. So we both start on the Wilds. Right here you could see the key. The green with the tree is Wilds. These are hollows. This is realms. And these are the capitals. And what's going to also happen in Act 1, at the end of each turn, all the foes that are on the board are going to make 1 move towards the nearest capital. When they reach a capital, we both lose 1 willpower. We don't continue to lose 1 willpower. That is specified further back in the book in the facts, because that was a question, frequently asked question. So once they reach the capital, you don't continually lose it. The foe would stay there until Act 2, and you only lose 1 willpower every time a foe reaches the capital, not every turn. So that's important, because that could really affect your game. So you're also going to place, these are your, I'll show you in the book here, so I give you the correct name, the world scenarios. So basically there's 5 turns, but there's 4 phases in each turn. There's the action, the combat, the scenario, and the event. So we're each going to be taking 3 actions. Then there's the combat phase. If you happen to end up on the same space as a foe, then you have to enter combat. Then there's the scenario, and that's where you draw from the world decks. And the world decks they match the color of the key there. So this is for the capital. So if you end up on a capital space at the end of your action, you will draw from this deck during that part of the turn. This is the Wilds World cards. So if Anthony stays there and ends up there, he'll be drawing the top card, and you do what it says. It's like an event that you have to do. You test. You're rolling dice. You're testing against one of your different, what are these called? Attributes. So there's health, willpower, might, agility, insight, awareness, persuasion, and resolve. And all of them are different. You're testing against whatever symbol they show, and you're going to be purchasing resources, hopefully, that will help you add to those stats. Because it is hard without some sort of weapon. Like, I start with the hunting knife, which gives me 1 additional might. Normally that would cost 1 gold to obtain, but my character starts with that. What do you start with?
I start with Spirits of Rage, which gives me 1 more might, which is when you're attacking, to all champions on the same space for the rest of the turn.
So he's a spellcaster. So he has Spirit Touched. If your champion has that word, Spirit Touched, they are on the resource cards. They can obtain the spells. I can't obtain spells because I don't have Spirit Touched. I can only get the weapons, relics, armor. There's companions. The companions are really good. You just test for those. They don't cost gold. You test for them, and there's not one out here right now, but let's see. I can find one.
What are you looking for?
Companion. There's items. That stinks. There's not going to be any companions come out. So they seem to be near the bottom, but we got this one last time. This companion is the shaman. You would test against your persuasion and have to roll a 6 or higher to obtain her. Should we shuffle these?
Yeah.
They don't seem shuffled very well. Okay, so that's what the resources. This is basically, we don't have a deck in our hand. This is our deck because this is a co-op game, so we're both playing off of these cards. The only way to get them is to either test and gain them, acquire them, or paying the cost. So, like this one, the relics, I can't remember how you get the relics. We didn't get a relic last time.
Mm-mm.
Let me see how you get those. Let's see if it's in the back here.
Yeah, the relics are pretty powerful because,
How do you get them though?
see, I wonder if you get them through events. This one's the Goblet of Life. Any champion on the same space regains all health during the rest.
Or maybe
The rest
there's no
action.
cost. Is there no cost to gain
Discard an affliction that is attached to any champion on the same space.
acquire a resource card. Pay the required gold or pass a persuasion test to attach a resource card to your champion. Relic cards in the hand cannot be acquired through normal means. Only an event, scenario, or champion ability will allow you to acquire that.
Yeah, so we should.
So we should put those at the bottom because we can't acquire them.
Yeah.
And then if an event comes up, we would just go through the deck and get them. I do remember we removed those last time. So everything here has a cost. So we need to get gold to be able to get any of those things. Okay, so let me go back to where I was. So this is the resources. Again, there's always 5 turned up. As soon as one's taken, you put another one. And that's part of the actions. I'll go over the actions here in a moment. And I didn't show you the last card. This is the realm. I don't know if I showed you that. So again, these are the world scenarios. Those are quest scenarios, right? Or no, world scenarios. Those are drawn during phase 3 of a turn. And then the last turn is the event. There's the event cards. And you draw 1 card and we resolve the event. Some are good, some are bad. They're not all bad. And then when you're doing these different quests and world scenarios, If you fail, you get afflictions. Those are them. It'll tell you which one, and you attach that to your character, and it will also tell you how to get rid of it. Sometimes you spend a willpower, sometimes you have to rest, but not gain any health during your rest. You get like poison. I think poison, you rest without gaining any health, but you can get rid of it that way. Is there anything else and then of course here's all the tokens. Of course I showed you the shadow and the quest, and what you do your character here the villain will tell you what to do with those. So when we gain a quest token, you place a new one on a hollow space. So we draw a new one and put it on a hollow. I'm guessing we would look for the ones with hollows and put it on there. And then, like I said before, at the end of each turn, these are your turns. There's 5 turns.
For Act 1, and then there's Act 2.
Act 2 has 5 turns as well, but it only has 2 phases, whereas Act 1 has 4 phases in it. So at the end of the 4 phases in each turn is when the foes move. Okay? And then I wish they had player cards, because pretty much you need the book. Until you've played this game a lot, we're not there yet. You're going to need this book handy. So here's your actions. There's 5 turns, like I said, in Act 1. 4 phases in each turn. So you may take 3 actions. You do not have to take 3, because it says may in games. That always means up to 3. And you can repeat the same action multiple times, except for the character-specific special action. And that's right here on your card. They'll say special action. Mine is I can ambush a foe on the same space. And what that means, ambush, and it will tell you here in the book. To ambush is, this is under the combat phase. You're basically attacking them. So I'll perform an attack test where I attack their defense. But in a normal combat, whether you defeat them or not, they are also going to attack you back. And you have to, they roll, and it goes against your defense. But in an ambush, there's no defense test. So if a champion is ambushed, they perform a defense test, but no attack. If the foe, same thing. So it's basically you're attacking the foe, and that's it. But they are you got to be careful. Some of these foes can have abilities that you can't, they will attack you no matter what. You go by what the card says. So some of them, like there was one that ambushes you for just being on the same space. So they will still attack you if you're ambushing them or not. Okay, so here's your actions you can do during phase 1 of your turn. You can travel, so you can move to an adjacent space. So say Anthony's right here. You can only travel on the solid lines. You cannot travel on the dotted lines. So he could move here, 1. He could move there. He could move there. So 1 space. He gets 3 actions. So he could actually move 3 spaces if he wanted. You can rest. When you rest, you move your health meter up 2 spots. So you gain 2 health when you rest. You can acquire a resource card. You either take the test or pay the cost. You can invoke a spell. So Anthony, if he has a spell, he could use that as one of his actions. We can give or receive. If we're on the same space, we can give each other resources, gold, or boon. We can take our special action, like I just spoke about. Or we can purge shadow. It's remove a shadow token from your space. So if this shadow token happened to be here, I could remove it. We didn't do that action, so yeah, pretty much you don't put anything back, you just remove it. So that can be one of your actions. And you can do up to 3 of those and repeat any that you want. Then you have combat. That's your second phase. Champions on a space with 1 or more foes enter combat, and the combat proceeds until the champion or foes are defeated, or champions retreat. So it sounds like you just keep going until you're defeated. I don't think we were doing that either, were we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you just keep attacking till someone dies. Okay, and then there's a scenario. That's where you draw from the world decks based on where you are on the space. Players on a space with a quest token may choose to draw from the quest deck instead. So the quest deck is this one. So you can draw from that instead. You resolve the scenarios one at a time. Players on the same space, we each get our own scenarios. We don't play on the same card. And then there's the event. We draw the event card and resolve that. And then we move the foes one place towards the capital, and then we start over, move this to phase 2. And that's the fate tracker. I think that's what that's called. Move that to turn 2. So you do that 5 turns in a row. And then at the end of the 5th turn, Act 2 begins. You flip over the villain, and then that's when we start Act 2. We reset the fate dial to the 1, and you get 5 turns to try to defeat the villain. We were not successful. We are not good at co-op games. I'm just going to tell you that right now. But we will try our best. So we're going to get started. I believe we've covered everything, and we'll of course be telling you what we're doing as we do it. So both of us have 7 willpower, and we both have 6 health. So you going to go first?
Ladies first.
Okay. I'm going to keep this book open just to remind myself, even though it's more of a crutch, to make sure I'm doing it right. Okay, so my action, I'm going to rest. I had an item last time that gave me an extra, it was my companion, that was nice. It gave me an extra health when I rested. So I go up to 8. That's one action. There's the wilds. You're probably going to go get that quest token, aren't you?
Yeah.
And I will tell you, on Iran, we found out the hard way. You have to have a quest token to even be able to battle him. You can also use a quest token to prevent the -2 is it health? -2 health? Yes. At the end of every round that you get from him. So he's brutal. So I can't acquire any of these resources. They all cost. I wonder what the capital ones are. We didn't do any of those. I'm going to move 2 spaces, my 2 actions, to that capital, because I'm curious of what that world scenario is. So Anthony's going to move. No, you have to complete it during that phase, the scenario phase.
Okay.
So you actually have 2 more actions. You can rest.
Yeah, I'll rest.
You can do a spell.
And I'm just going to stay.
Okay. You're not going to rest again then?
Yeah.
Get your health up to 10. And 10 is the maxed health. You can't go over that. Same with the willpower. Okay, so there's no combat. That would be the next phase because we're not on a space with a foe. So now the next phase is the scenario. So Anthony has his choice of pulling the wilds or a quest, which we know he's going to do the quest.
Yep.
If he's successful, he gets to move that quest token over to his player card. And I'm doing the capital one because we never did the capital before. So let me do mine first.
Yep.
Okay, and you can see it's got a little story, and on the bottom is success or failure, what happens. So mine's blood feud. The smell of roasted meat fills the air as barmaids bring out plates of food from the kitchen. You are seated in the corner with a late meal. The tavern is full of patrons from all corners of the realm. A boisterous party from Eru, I guess, are by far the loudest and drunkest of the bunch. Another group of woad-painted Eru suddenly enters the front door and the room goes silent. The 2 groups stare at each other with intense hatred. Fingers hover near sheathed blades from their tattoo markings. You recognize the 2 rival clans and know that they have an ongoing blood feud. You decide to intervene, so I need to test my persuasion against a score of 7. That's going to be hard, but I do get to roll 2 dice and pick the higher one because that's my passive ability. And my persuasion is only a 2. So I need to roll a 5 or higher, or if I want to succeed, use my willpower. So I did it. One of mine's a 5. So I'm successful. So success is in blue, failure is in red. You can see those. Okay, so I step between the 2 groups to diffuse the situation. I remind them that they are guests here and would lose much honor should they draw blood. The second party leans, so all I gained is a willpower, really? So I gained a willpower. That's not really that great. If I had failed, I would have lost a willpower, so that one wasn't that great of one.
And mine is the Deathless. The dark tower looms before you. Opening the front door, you cautiously check inside to find the place empty. A large staircase encircles the interior of the tower. Climbing the stone steps, you reach the top and peer inside to see a laboratory. A tall, what's that word?
Oh, emaciated.
Emaciated figure dressed in flowing robes and waiting potentially at the other end of the room. Eyes like glowing embers stare at you from within a hooded cow.
Mm-hmm.
Before you can react, the undead Maggie utter a word that clenches your heart. A dark shroud settles over you. Attach a curse affliction. Place Kaachi on this space and enter combat.
So we need to find... Okay, so he has to place a cursed affliction on himself. Right? Is that what it said? Cursed?
Yeah. Oh. It's if that's a spell, then...
Yeah. Hopefully it's a spell. If it's a spell, it can't affect him. And then we need to find Kashi.
Oh, yeah, it's a magical affliction, so it won't affect me.
Place Kashi. Oh, no, wait. Place Kashi on this space and enter combat. Who is Kashi? Is it an epic foe? Oh, no. Who in the heck is Kashi? These are all the right.
Yeah.
Let me see if they have other names. It should be one of their foes. This is Black Magi. Oh, yep. So his name is way down here, really small. But his name is Black Magi, or Magi. Would it be Magi or Magi?
Magi, I think.
It is Magi. So, but I do remember them referencing the Black Magi earlier in the story. So yes, he needs to find that standee, which we already have him ready. And his, so Anthony has to enter combat. He has 5 health, 8 attack, and 6 defense. So, and it tells you on page...
And I'm going to cast my spell because I could do it an action +1 to all champions on the same space for the rest of the turn. So that'll give me 3 might for now. Really?
He can use willpower to... so the way you do it... He has 6 defense, so anything that Anthony hits him for over a 6 would actually do damage against his health. So how much damage did you do?
How much power does he have?
8 attack.
So, 3, 4, 5. 5. So I'm just going to go...
He has 5 health. You can do up to 6 willpower.
Yeah.
How much damage have you done so far?
It's 2, 3, 4.
4? Okay, so you would need to hit him to do any damage.
Yep.
Anything 2 or more. 3 or more.
How about this 2?
So 2 don't count. So you did 4 damage. You need to do 1 more to kill him.
Yeah, I didn't want to use all my will.
So
On the
Anthony used all of his willpower. You can use up to 6 willpower. Did you use 6 or 7? Actually, you can only use 6.
Yeah.
So he still has 1 health left.
Yeah.
Okay? But he still gets to attack you. You have to do your defense roll. Oh, you and your 1s.
Hey.
So
At least that helped me.
So after attacking, the champion must defend, even if a foe is defeated. For the defense roll, you roll a die, add the result to your agility. How much agility do you have?
3.
So you only have 4. Okay, so he hit you for 4. So you go down 4 health. Okay, so now you attack him again. You only need to get a 7. How much?
2. So that's 2, 4, 5. 6.
That wouldn't do any damage.
Oh yeah. So.
Okay, so Anthony did no damage, so now he's doing his defense. So 2 plus your agility, so it's 5.
Yep.
So he hit you for 3.
Okay.
Oh, and we should be putting the little hearts. He has 1 health left. Anthony needs to get a 7 or higher.
Really?
So he did no damage. You're going to be dead here soon. Oh, you just died. Right?
No, I rolled a 1. So.
Right, but you only have 3 health left.
Yeah.
How much did he take? You can retreat.
Oh, well, now you tell me?
Well, I forgot about that. So, instead of doing that, if you want to retreat, you have to go back to the previous space you were on.
Well, I will retreat before because I'm not rolling well.
Okay.
Okay, so.
All right. Well, he only hit you, what, twice or once? Twice.
Twice.
Okay, so this guy still has 1 health, so we're going to put this over here. So that was the quest. So Anthony failed on the quest. So if he succeeded, he could have went on to see if he it could have got the quest token. But since he failed, this card goes back over here, I guess, because it would still be the same. We'd still be fighting the same guy, right? I assume. Okay, so I did my card, he did his card. Now we do the event part of the turn. Each champion must choose to lose a companion or 2 health. If you don't have a companion to lose, you would be dead, right?
No, I'd be at 1.
You have 2, you'd be at 0.
That's my willpower.
Oh, that is your willpower. You will be at 1. So I don't have a companion, so you definitely need to rest a lot. Okay, so that event was not a good one for us. Okay, so now we're on turn 2, not starting out very well. So I go first. I am going to rest to gain 2 health. My agility is 4 though. Let's see. I think I'm going to go try to attack that one. I'm going to do that instead. I'm going to move my 3. And I'm going to go up against that guy to get the quest token. Because he hits for 8, but I have 4 agility. And I get to roll 2 dice.
I'm just checking to see if he gains health again.
I don't think they do.
So the first game we pretty much just beat them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Victory and defeat in combat.
So
Foe is
2.
defeated when its health is reduced to 0. Removed from the map. Irrelevant foe cards are shuffled back into the foe deck. Defeated foes are removed from the game. Oh, the epic ones are removed from the game. Player who deals the killing blow to a foe receives the amount of gold listed in the foe's reward. Champions are defeated when their health is reduced to 0. Remove that champion's card standing any resources, afflictions from the game. Oh, you have an affliction on you too. What does that do?
I don't have an affliction.
it
Mine
didn't.
prevents it.
Right. Champion is defeated and may choose another champion to enter play at the beginning of the next turn. So at least you can pick a different champion, but we'd have to get the box.
Yeah.
If you die. We didn't have that happen to us. We just both died.
Mm.
Okay, so I did my 3 moves. I'm going to try to beat him.
I did mine. I just healed the whole
Okay.
time.
You get 2 each turn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that is you. Okay, so now we, I have to do combat. We're in the combat phase. So, actually, that was kind of dumb of me now that I think about it, because
He only has 1 health.
I'll have to battle him again. So we would pick a different quest card, right? It would be a different quest card, because it would be a different one, because he's already there. So I do have to combat him. I get to roll 2 dice. Really? Okay, so my might is 4 plus 3, so 7. I did hit him for the 1, so he is dead, but I still have to roll my defense. Oh, that was a 4. So I am at 8 agility, so he didn't hit me for anything, so that was a good gamble. So since it's a regular foe, we just put it back, we shuffle it back into the foe deck. And we remove his standee. Oh, and I do get, I get the reward, which is 2 gold. I get 2 gold for him, so I'll actually be able to purchase one of these next time. Oh, okay. These have different numbers on them. Make sure you're getting the ones with the 1s, 2s, or 3s on them.
That's just 1 and 3s.
Okay, so now we do our world scenario.
Don't you have to pick a different one?
I do a quest.
Yeah.
Anthony is on the wilds. Those were good to you last time, weren't they?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, so I'm on a different quest. It's the play of light and shadow. To enter a chamber that is lit by a large brazier with a bright white flame, surrounding it is a cylindrical metal screen. That's hard to say. With holes shaped into patterns. It is slowly rotating, which has cast the room in a shifting display of lights and shadows. It seems to be some kind of puzzle. You try to decipher what is being displayed, so I'm testing my insight against a score 7. So my insight is a 2. So I only got 6, but I'm going to use one of my willpower, so I got the 7. I succeeded. At least this one's not battling something. The tests are way better than the battles. You discover the story of how Iran led his kingdom to ruin and was cursed. You speak the ancient name of the curse and the scene shifts. So then I go down. I succeeded there, so I get to proceed to the bottom of the card to try to get that quest token. The lights and shadows form a new scene. You begin to witness your deepest and most primal fears. Pure terror suddenly wells up within you. Test your resolve against a score of 8. So I have 3 resolve. So I got it. That's so nice being able to roll 2 dice. Okay, so I succeeded. You stand your ground until the play is over. The cylinder stops turning and leaves a wide opening in the screen. The brazier is no longer lit, and within it rests an engraved runestone. Gain 1 quest token. So this, I get to gain this one. You put that on your player card. We draw another one that goes on one of the hollows. So, And it needs to be one that's not on a dotted line because we can't get to those. So it can't be 3. Here's one for 4. Okay. So Anthony could actually try to get to that next turn if he wanted. Okay, so that was, and you got to do your world scenario.
Okay, mine is Castle in the Woods. Okay, the ruin of an old castle comes into view and you decide to make camp within. A noise wakes you in the middle of the night. Rising to investigate, you hear it again. It comes from the cellar. You cautiously make your way down the stone steps and weapon at the ready. Upon reaching the basement, several spectral forms silently appear. They point in unison at a painting that is hanging on the back wall. It is remarkably good condition and depicts a beautiful, noble woman at the head of a dining table with dismembered bodies sitting across from each other. She is feasting on a bloody heart. You hear them whisper, destroy the vessel, break our curse, choose to either help free the wraths or ignore their request. Of course, I'll aid. You take pity on the wrath and set fire to the painting. As it burns, you see them look relieved. Before they disappear, one points to a hidden latch in a corner. Pulling it, you find a secret room with a chest. Gain 1 gold. If there is a relic in the hand, you may equip it.
Oh.
See,
There is.
Well, there was.
There was! Darn it!
You remove the relics.
Should we put them back? We didn't know.
Well, it was these 2.
The ones on the bottom?
Yeah.
All right.
Told you not to remove it.
Okay, we're learning. Well, I didn't know.
Okay, well, I'm going to put this relic.
Okay.
I need armor.
Okay. So that one was a good one. He didn't have to do anything. And you get 1 gold as well.
Oh.
So he got a relic and 1 gold. So.
My relic is really good. It's called the Dragon Scales. So it reduces attack by 3 when defended. So
now we know. We should have left this in there. Luckily, he just put them on the bottom, I think, of the deck. Yeah. So we now know those should have stayed when we replaced them. So so that was a pretty good round. We got a quest token and some gold, which you have to have those things. So that was... Oh, we didn't move the foe. We forgot to move him.
Yep.
So he should have moved...
Twice already.
Well, he'll move at the end of here. So where would he move? Here?
No, he would have to go... He has to go this way.
Oh, okay. So there and there. So he's moving towards the capital.
Why are you pressing down so hard?
I don't know. So we forgot to move him the first turn, so we had to move him. And this is the end of this turn, and we need to do the event card. So each champion may gain a random companion right on from the resource deck. So we need to find the companions.
Yeah, we like that card.
So I'm just going to give you the first one I come across. How's that?
Yeah, sounds good.
That way we don't have to mess with the deck. So I got the Magi. So I gain +1, is it insight for him?
So I gain +1 might and willpower. Or not willpower, what's it called? Resolve. Test against a score of 7 to acquire. So.
Yeah, he got a really good one. And these stay equipped, so.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the end of, we went through 2 full turns. Now we're on turn 3.
Oh.
And we already moved him twice. We forgot to do that the first time. We're kind of still, you could tell we know the game, but each game's slightly different, so you're still kind of learning probably until you play this game 3 or 4 times. But it's easy to pick all that little stuff up. Okay, so I get to...
You might want to heal.
Yeah, I do need to heal. Yeah, the wilds seem to be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You did those a lot last time. So I'm going to rest once to heal. I'm also going to acquire, I'm torn. This one, the foe on the same place loses health equal to half the die roll. Or I could get one of these where you...
Oh, it gives you 2 attack
by the
power.
way, if it has this little arrow thing, you activate it. So you turn it left to the right. You can use it one time, and then at the end of the turn, you reactivate it or make it to where you can play it again. So those would give me 2 attack power, but it would reduce my agility by 1.
Yeah, so your defense. And this is defense. When defending.
Reduce attack by 2
Oh,
and
you
defending.
need 3 gold.
Yeah, so it's between these 2. So, which one do you think?
Since you attack a lot, that one.
I did have that one last time.
Yeah, you remember it helped you a lot.
Okay, so I spent my 2 gold on that, so I have one more turn. I think I might move towards that. Oh, we did put a quest token. Okay.
Oh.
So you need to get that other quest token. Debating, should I heal or should I move towards the foe? Chase him.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm going to stay there. It's a wild. So I'm going to heal to full health.
Okay, I'm going to heal. I'm going to go here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to heal again.
Okay. So, that is there's no combat because there's no foe on our spot. Now we do our scenarios. So Anthony's obviously going to do the next quest card. I'm on the wilds. I'm doing the wilds. So, faint cries draw you to a clearing in the woods where over a score of people are held within the wooden cages. The weeping that first attracted your attention is coming from a little girl fearfully clutching her doll. Several ram-horned figures are standing watch nearby while others are seated by the roaring bonfire. Your presence is not yet detected. Choose whether to risk your mission with a dangerous fight or leave the prisoners to their fate. So if I leave, I lose a willpower. If I rescue, I would enter the clearing to face 2 captors. I find myself surrounded, and I would place 2 Fomorian invaders on this space and enter combat. And you can't retreat. Let's see how bad this Fomorian invader is.
This is what I have to battle. Actually, no. Undead Titans, the one I have to battle.
See if they're epics. Do you see Fomorian invaders?
Mm-mm.
Let me look at the bottom.
Yeah, it's not on there. So we're going to have to probably pause and get the box.
Well, these would be the only ones.
Oh, yeah, good point.
It's Horned Beast. That one has horns. See if there's a horned one here. Oh, this is Morgan's epic foes. I wonder if it's one of Iran's epic foes. We need to have Iran's. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't grab his. I'm guessing it's one of his epic foes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're going to pause. We need to grab some cards.
Okay, so we're back. Apologies on that little flub. So we did figure out we did not pay attention when we were pulling these epic foes, and you need to pull the ones that specifically say your villain's name. So I told you wrong in the beginning there. Again, we didn't fight epic foes in the last game, so we weren't really paying attention to that. So Kashi, I referenced earlier, one of those cards had Kashi on the bottom, but there is an actual Kashi epic foe. The difference is he would have had 2 more defense and 2 more attack. He was slightly stronger than that other one that had Kashi on the very bottom. I am going to just leave on this one because we cannot locate the card anywhere that says for Morian invaders. We looked through all the cards. There's none that have that name. Plus, you have to place 2 of them, so I'm not feeling like I can battle those right now. So I'm going to leave and lose 1 willpower. I'm just going to be a chicken liver. And Anthony's going to continue with his quest.
Mine's called the Titan. Your path leads to a Colosseum. After entering the main gate, you climb more steps to the first level stands around a circular arena. Several on-moving bodies are littered throughout the arena pit below you. At the center of the pit, and a podium with a glittering rune. Climbing down into the arena, you approach the dismembered corpses. You see the remains of a Glist expedition leader. His lifeless eyes seem to be staring at you. As you approach the podium, a metal gate begins to raise. From across the arena, a gigantic undead monster lumbers out. It roars at you and you charge. Choose to face the Titan or grab the rune and escape. I'm off.
You gonna attack it?
Yeah, well, I have to, so I get the.
Okay. So who is it again?
It's this one.
Oh, epic foe?
Yeah.
So those are obviously all epic foes for the quests. We now know this. But none of them have that other name, so.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack it.
Okay, so he's attacking the undead Titan.
I'm gonna cast a spell, +1 to my attack.
Okay.
So.
And it has 7 defense and 11 attack. 9 health. So how much damage did you do?
So I have.
Might. So
2, 3, 4, 7.
Okay, so he didn't do any damage. Now he has to roll his defense dice. So it's 3 plus whatever your agility.
6 agility. I also reduce 3 when defending.
3 what?
When defending.
That's your attack by 3.
No, that's my defense. Reduce 3.
Oh, the 3 attack. I see. So he's only hitting you for 8. So how much?
So I had 6.
So you lose 2 health. Okay, so now I think it's to try to attack him again. Think 6. Think 6.
Really?
So nothing?
No.
So, ooh.
He does no damage because I have the.
He does 11.
Oh, okay, so. I have 6.
So he does 8, actually.
So I have a total of.
That I've already taken off.
4. So 4. 7.
You have 7?
Yeah, so 4.
With 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so he does 1 damage. How did he do more last time?
No, he did 4 damage.
Oh, okay.
I only have 7.
Oh, okay. So, are you retreating?
Yeah, I'll retreat.
Okay. So you got to move back to the space that you were on before. Anthony didn't do any damage, so he's still at his full health.
Okay, so failure. You almost lose the rune. The undead Titan clubs you with a massive limb and sends you flying into the stands. A wave of pain washes over you as you crash into a heap, lose 3 health, and attach a wounded
Oh, you
affliction.
could have escaped. Wait, escape.
I could.
You can test against a score.
Of 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I don't have anything that really helps me with that. So I have to get... Ooh, I did it.
Okay. So you simply evade the monster's attack, retrieving a room. You climb out of the arena and gain 1 quest token. Why didn't you do that in the first place?
Yes, I was trying to get some money by beating him.
Okay, so did you take the quest token?
Yeah.
Now we gotta place another one.
Okay, where's the... Okay.
Okay. And
Okay, so now we have to do the event.
yes. And then we gotta move the foes.
Place a random foe on each shadow token.
Oh, there's no shadow. Oh, 1. Okay, so random foe. So undead corpse. Okay, and now they all move towards the capital, so we each lose 1 willpower. That one goes there.
That's you.
Oh, wait. That one goes there. And this one goes in the same spot. Okay. Then we're on turn 4. I don't see us winning this game. Do you?
No.
Here, look this here. Okay, so...
Well, we still have to battle him. He's right there. Oh, no, that's a different one.
Yeah, that's...
That's
Oh, did we draw our event?
Yes.
We didn't do it, did we?
This is it.
Oh, okay, that was where we just placed the foe. Okay, sorry. Confusion.
All right, you go.
All right, so I don't need to rest. Ugh. I don't want to battle both of those. What do those do? Okay, so there's the undead corpse and the... What was yours called?
Titan. That thing's a beast.
Special abilities, he can attach a wounded affliction the first time a champion loses health against... Oh, is wounded... You're supposed to... Is that a spell?
Oh, no, I have to see.
First time you lose health against him.
No, it's a physical.
And this one, after 1 turn on the map, replace undead corpse with undead horde. So the next turn, we have to replace this guy with the undead horde. So I'm not going to attack those guys. They're too powerful for me.
Right.
We just need to remember to replace the undead corpse when we move it. So I don't have any gold. I'm going to 1, 2, 3. Move towards this quest token.
You're right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, all right. Sorry. Okay, and that's my turn.
Well, my turn is 1, 2, and I don't heal because I have to get rid of the curse.
Oh, you get rid of it by healing? By resting?
Yeah, but I don't get heal.
Okay, hopefully you don't come up on anything evil. So we don't have combat because we're not on the same space with the foes. We draw our cards. We both are on the capital. Hopefully they're good to us. The gathering. Upon summons, you arrive at the royal castle and are escorted to a large hall. Representatives from each kingdom are seated at a large circular table. They're in the middle of a fierce debate. Albion is arguing for coordinating their defenses while the delegate from Eru wants to negotiate for peace. Tyr is calling for the strike against their enemy by the Valkyries. The ruling council of Dragova isn't convinced the threat is very serious at all. They all look to you for your opinion. So you choose a course of action that was proposed by one of the kingdoms. So if it's Albion, they agree to put their armies on alert. The representatives of Albion thanks you and offers support for your quest. You can attach a random companion from the resource deck. Eru, you lose a willpower. Tyr, you lose a willpower. And with Dragova, you advance the fate track by 1. So why would you choose anything but Albion? Why would you choose anything else? So I'm going to get a random companion from the deck. That was actually a good one.
Okay, mine is the Dueling of Champions. The time of your stay coincides with the annual Dueling Championship. Veterans and famed fighters from all across the realm have traveled in pursuit of the glory and gold that will be awarded to the winner. A lavish arena has been built for the occasion. Choose whether to pay the entry fee of 1 to join the competition. I'll join. Okay. Lose and test. Okay, so I need to do a 7 or higher. I'm going to do my spell. So, let's see. 5, 6, 7. So I'll do.
Okay.
Score 7. Your final, okay. You managed to make it to the finals. Your final opponent is a knight of great martial. He signs solution and enters a dueling stance test or against a score of 9. Wow.
So you could choose either your might or your agility, whichever one's higher.
Well, my might, because I have that spell that's going on, and also I have a card that helps me, so.
Okay.
Really? All right.
So what did you get?
Failure. The knight knocks you. Pretty much it does nothing to me, but I would have got 3 gold if I actually won.
Ooh.
And I wasted 1 gold
Yeah.
trying to beat it.
Well, I gained the Hunter's Companion. It basically added 1 might, so I'll have 1 extra attack hit. So we move these. That one stays, and this one changes to an undead horde.
Okay.
We've got Undead Titan and Undead Horde on the board right now.
That's a knight. Remove 1 will.
No.
Okay.
Only when
first time.
First time they reach it.
All right.
And I didn't. What is he? We need to have his card up too. Undead Corpse. Okay, so we've got 3 foes out there. Okay, so now we're on final turn of Act 1. Okay, I have no gold. At least we both have a quest token. That's very important. Not that we have a chance, but
No.
you never know. So Anthony's going to need to rest. And how do you get willpower back? I think, at the end of Act 1, we get all of our willpower back, actually. So you do go back to your starting willpower. I know that at the end of Act 1. Okay, so I'm going to go for the quest since I have a lot of attack power. So that's 2. I'm already at max health. Really can't do anything else.
My turn?
Yep.
Okay, so 2, 2, 2. All right, max health.
Okay. So now there's no combat. I'm going to go for the quest. Anthony's going for the capital card. Okay, mine is the sacrifice. Winding stairs lead you down into the depths of the dungeon. You move along a dark corridor until you reach several prison cells. Dozens of frightened captives are huddled together behind locked bars. They look at you with pleading eyes and beg you to release them. You promise to return and continue to the doorway at the other end of the hall. It opens to a large room where several chanting figures have formed a circle around an altar. Upon it is the lifeless form of a young Valkyrie, her eyes staring blankly at the ceiling. Suddenly, she twitches and jerks upright like a puppet under someone else's control. Her gaze turns towards you, place death cultists and undead corpse on the space, and enter combat. Ugh! So, another undead corpse and this guy, the death cultist, is who I'm battling. Ooh. Okay? Okay, so, let's see if I can do that. So first of all, my spell, which is good, or my longbow, they lose half their health equal to the die roll. 6. Yes! So this one is down to 1 health. Oh, and this one's dead.
This one.
Because this one only has 3 health. So the undead corpse is gone.
How much?
Oh yeah, I get coins. So I get 1 coin. They're easy to beat, so you don't get very much. Okay, and this one, I only need to hit him for 1. Should be able to kill this guy. So I'm going to go with the 5. So it's 5, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so I hit him for 4. But I do have to roll the defense dice. So 3 plus, it's your agility, right? 7. So he hit me for 1. I can deal with that. So I beat that guy. I get 1 gold. And he goes, both of these leave the board.
Okay.
Well, that was easier than I thought it would be. And let's see. Oh, where's my quest? Okay, so success. You strike down the cultist and the Valkyrie corpse. You search the bodies and find a large jail key. You also see twinkling object in the small study beyond the altar. The metal barrier begins to slide down from the top of the entrance to the study. Behind you, frantic screaming can be heard from the cells. Choose to save the prisoners or enter the study before it is sealed shut. So if I save them, I attach a poison affliction and gain 2 willpower. If I enter the study, I gain the quest token. Okay, I'm going to enter the study. So I dash towards the study and slide under the barrier before it closes. The twinkling rune sits on a desk in the corner. Gain 1 quest token. You return to the cell and find the captives dead. Their skin tinged blue from poison. I'll lose 1 willpower. Before I depart, you burn the bodies. So I was evil. Didn't save them.
Okay. Lords and ladies, you have been invited to a social event among the global nobility. Lords and ladies mingle and gossip about recent happening across the kingdoms. The topic of conversation shifts to darker events and recent deaths. One young lord scoffs at the notion of an encroaching darkness. He dismisses recent signs as mere superstition. Several others listen to his arguments in non-agreement, test against a score of 7.
So he's testing his persuasion. You did it.
Okay, I don't really get
Exactly did it.
Yeah, I don't get anything. You make a speech and convince many others. Oh, actually, I do. Before other dangers lie ahead, before you depart, a young lady approaches you. She presses a strange coin in your hand. Keep it for good luck. She whispers with a smile, search the hand or a resource deck and equip a lucky coin.
Ooh. What does that do?
Once per turn,
nice.
You re-roll a die.
So he can re-roll his dice. That's as good as my having an extra dice.
Yep.
Are you at 10? I'm at 9.
Yeah.
Okay, so we actually came out pretty good on those. So we do need to do the event. Each champion loses 1 willpower or 2 willpower if they have an attached affliction.
Mm-hmm.
We don't, right?
Yeah.
So I lose 1, you are down to 0. Doesn't matter, it's the end. So these 2 move there. I would be down to 1, but we're going to be moving back up anyway. So We're now on Act.
I should be down 0 because there's 2 of them.
We're down on Act 2. I was at 3.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter though. So Act 2.
go
Did I
back.
say Act 3? We're at Act 2. So we're on turn 1 of Act 2. This guy enters. So at the end. Let's see, what did it say? At the end of Act. Flip the villain card over and follow instructions. And we reset the fate dial to 1. Okay, so now we're on Act 2. You could see changes a little bit. And he has, see in front he didn't have any stats because we didn't battle him. Now he has health and stats. And he hits for 12. He's brutal. Okay, so you place a Ron on a random hollow space with undead hordes.
This is wrong. You just grabbed mine.
Oh, sorry. You're right there, right? Is that where you were?
Mm-hmm.
So you place him with undead hordes on a random hollow space equal to half the number of champions.
Okay.
So 1 undead horde,
So we're up on that 3.
which is another one of these guys. Did you put the undead horde with him? Another one of these.
Okay. Oh, well, there isn't.
Oh, really? Oh, well, we'll put this guy with him then. Okay. Oh, it says with undead horde, so I guess you just move it to where he is. Okay, remove. It's weird because it said, like, if there was more people, we would have to place more than one of them.
Oh, there's probably more in there.
Oh, okay.
But
Remove all
Here, we'll
quest and shadow tokens.
well, that's the undead horde attached to that one. So we have to get pulse again.
We'll remove quest and shadow tokens. Okay, during Act 2, he can only be attacked by champions with a quest token. So we both have one, so we can attack him. We learned that the hard way last time. In combat against Iran, each champion will lose 2 health at the end of every round.
Wow.
A quest token can be spent to negate the loss for all champions in this combat. So we really only have 1 extra quest token that we could do that 1 time. At the end of each turn, move Iran 1 space towards the nearest capital and all foes 2 spaces towards Iran. If Iran's on a capital space, the players lose the game. How close is he to a capital?
He would have to come this way.
So we only have 3 turns to beat this guy.
Alright.
Okay. So the actions are the same. The only difference is, and it shows you right here in the book, I do wish they had a player card. It would be nice to have player aid for that. Because you pretty much have to keep the book open. So the only difference is you do the action and combat. That's it. There's no scenario, no events, none of that. So the 3 actions are the same. So Act 2, each turn only has 2 phases. Players skip the scenario and event and should focus only on defeating the villain. If you've not defeated the villain by the end of turn 5, the game is over. Players should read the defeat card for their chosen villain. If players defeat the villain before the end of Act 2, they're victorious and should read the victory card. So there's 2 cards at the end. We will probably be reading the red one, which is the defeat, but we will see. Okay, so and we do go up to our willpower at the beginning of this.
You're going to want to buy something. You got 2 gold.
Yeah, return to full willpower. It says it right there. So I do have 2 gold. So I definitely want to get either defense or attack. So this one, it reduces by 1 when in a duel, but it increases the might. This is the one that adds 2 might, but minus 1 agility.
You can't buy any. Oh, you can actually get this
I only have 2. Isn't that 3?
Oh, yeah, that's 3.
So I have my choice of these. Would you do that one?
Yeah. That should be attacking.
Okay. That one I can only use once per turn. So I did that. I'm going to rest. But we do need to go towards him.
He's going to be coming to us.
Should I stay there?
I was going to meet you there.
So stay here?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to
1,
let
2.
him come get us. Because
Alright.
we only have 3
Ready.
turns to try to beat him. And...
We're on hollows.
Yep, so we have... there's no events or anything.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just combat. So... He moves at the end of each turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's on his card. Yeah, at the end. So we can't move to him. So he moves 1. And these guys, well, they're basically all there. Because they
No,
moved 2.
He says they're at the castle.
Oh, they are. Sorry, I thought they were there. So, is there 3 of them on there?
Yeah.
So they move 2 towards him.
That's the one.
So they would go here and here. Okay. So we're battling 2 different foes next time. So now we're on round 2 of the... we really can't do anything. We don't have any gold. There's no need to rest. We're at full health.
They moved 2? Moved 2.
Can you invoke a spell? Yeah, I moved him 2.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah. +1 to all champions on the same space for the... So, 1 willpower.
okay, so we get
Or might.
plus
Might.
1 might.
Yeah.
We do have our special actions. I can ambush. Ooh, I can ambush. So I'm going to ambush him. He can't attack me back. And he doesn't have a special ability. What does your special action do?
That's...
You can acquire 1 spell card from the hand.
Yeah.
Did you know that? While in any space?
Yeah, there hasn't been any spell cards.
Okay. So, I'm going to ambush him. When you ambush, you just do your attack. And there's no defense test. So hopefully we can whittle him down. He's at 10 health. So I get to roll 2. Or no, I only roll 1. Okay, so my might is, plus you added 1 to me, right?
Yep.
So I'm at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm at 8. Oh, man. I'm going to roll this one. 13. So...
And your bow and arrow does...
Oh, yeah, he loses half his... of the die roll. So he would lose, and you round up, so he would lose 3, so he's only at 7. So, he's at 7.
Okay.
And I hit him for, let me count again, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow. So we knocked him down by 3. That was a good... He's only at 4. Wow. That was a good turn. That was an ambush, so he's not attacking me back.
And what are you
So
attacking?
that was my turn. Now you get to go.
Okay.
How many turns do you have? Did you take all your actions? That was one of my actions.
No, you remember, this is...
Okay, well that was an ambush. That was my special ability. So now we're doing combat. So, how does that work when there's 2 foes on there?
So 4...
What's the other foe? It's this
7,
one. And
8.
he's at 6 health.
8.
Often multiple foes wheel in the same space. Players enter combat. They are engaged with all foes. When a player makes an attack, they must designate which foe they are attacking. So we want to attack the villain.
Oh, got it. 6.
Foes will only attack the champion who attacked
8,
them.
9, 10. So I hit him for 1.
It will still attack us, even if we don't attack it. Oh, good job. Okay.
I did my reroll.
So he's down to 3 health?
Yep.
Okay, so now you gotta roll your defense.
Oh, I'm probably dead.
So it's your agility.
So 4. I have 4. I reduced 3.
Okay, so 9 minus 4, right?
Yep.
So that's 5. Okay. Then you attack him again. Good
Ooh.
job. So what did you attack him?
Reduce 1.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
He's at
that's
9.
6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. So he's only at 2, so now he goes for your defense.
Yep. 2. So 5. And then 3, so.
So 9, so you lose 4 more.
Yep.
So you're down to 1 health.
Yeah, I'm retreating.
Okay.
You finish him off.
Okay. So I'm hitting for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus my die roll. 11. So I beat him.
Yep.
So we won the game?
Yep.
What about the other foe?
We just have to beat him. He's the boss. You cut the head of the snake.
We don't have to beat the other foe?
I don't think so.
Because it will attack us whether you attack it or not.
Oh yeah, he still attacks you.
Oh, he does still attack me. Okay, so, come on, 6. Yes! And, so my it's agility, right?
Yep.
So it's -1 there, so 9. I have 9 agility. Hits for 12, so I lost 3.
Yep.
Okay.
So we won.
Are you sure we won?
Yeah.
Let me look. I feel like we're supposed to fight that other foe. Seemed too easy.
Oh, well, we got lucky and rolled 6s twice, 3 times.
Oh, you only make 1 attack, but I do have to defend against him. So he will still attack me.
He attacked
So if I survive that, we've won. Actually, we probably won anyway, because you survived. Okay, 6. So he only hits for 8. So 2. So 5. So I went down 3. So we won the game. This is our first co-op we've won.
you. No, we won another one.
So we actually, I can't believe it. I'm 99% sure we did that right. So this is the victory ending. Hopefully this isn't a spoiler, but justice. A mass of shambling corpses pour out from the hollows like a dark tide. Ghostly wraiths drift among the undead, guiding them on a set path. One wraith among them stands out from the rest. A crown rests upon his ethereal skull, and he wordlessly commands the others, directing them toward the nearest capital. You rally your allies and intercept the undead horde before it can reach the gates, carving a path to Iran. You enter the field of death surrounding your life, slowly being siphoned away. Wielding eldritch runes, you launch a deadly attack and catch the Wraith King off guard. He gasps in surprise as you land several punishing blows. You press advantage, and with a final strike, Iran crumbles to the ground. He utters a bitter curse at you before going lifelessly still. The Wraith host begins to melt away like mist under the morning light. As they disperse, the horde of corpses falter, then collapse like puppets with their strings cut. The field of battle falls eerily quiet, save for the panting breaths of the living. The Wrath King is bound in enchanted chains. You return him to his tomb deep within the hollows, where the rest of the runes powering his curse are restored. Aran is dragged screaming to his sarcophagus. When it's sealed shut, you can hear him laughing or weeping manically from within. Signs of warning are engraved across his tomb, and the entire cave entrance is collapsed. He will spend the rest of eternity suffering alone in his prison. That's pretty cool that we actually beat it.
Yeah.
I did not think that was going to happen.
The stacks were again. We normally lose co-ops.
Always lose co-ops. But if you like co-op games, this is one of the easier ones. I will say that. You just have to grasp your head around. Once you get your head around the logic of the rule book, because at first it seemed when you first read through it, it didn't make sense to me from the way my brain works. But then I realized, as long as you're looking at page 4 and 5 and see that it's got all the references to the cards and the names, so you know exactly what they look like on the backs, because the other pictures are too small. You can't tell. As long as you go by that as your guide, you'll be fine. And there weren't many videos out there. I will admit that. There was not many videos.
No.
We really couldn't find videos that were that helpful. So we're hoping this video will actually help people, because I think we're the only one that actually played through the entire game, Act 1 and Act 2. We didn't see any that did that, did we?
No. There's a couple that split them off. But,
yeah.
But they didn't go into detail on how the mechanic worked. So
I hope this video helps people that purchase this game, because it is a good game, and it is in my opinion, one of the easier ones of the co-op games.
Well, it's not easier. It's that actually gives you a chance to win.
Right.
Where most co-ops do not.
But this is the only villain we battled. We didn't battle the other two, so I don't know if they're harder, easier. We just chose him just out of random, and we just stuck with the same characters. And
and we're also lucky that we were close to him, as opposed to having to fight these off. If we were located around here, we would have to fight these characters to be able to attack him.
I just realized you actually died.
What?
Because we lose 2 health at the end of that first round.
Oh.
But I'm still alive, so that's all that matters. We still won.
Yeah.
So technically we should have went down 2 health at the end of that first turn, but honestly we wouldn't have died because we would have healed. We were at max, remember? Mm-hmm. So we would have healed, so we still won. But I do want to point that out. I just realized we didn't go down 2 additional health at the end of that first turn, but we could have healed right back for that at the next turn. So really you wouldn't have died, now that I think about it.
Yes, I did 2 moves and I didn't heal.
Right. So it's null and void, but you are supposed to do that. So, but we hope you enjoyed this video. Please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. We put out a lot of content, cover a lot of different styles of games. We always do a full playthrough and show you how to play in the beginning. So hopefully our videos help a lot of people out there get to playing games quicker. And we appreciate you watching and look forward to seeing you next time.